ain't the rule.
Alright, welcome back to another episode. So right now I'm just finishing up breakfast, and basically we have a hurricane coming through the next couple of days. So not really sure how that's going to affect training or anything like that, but as of right now I'm just going to proceed as normal. I did change my training time to 5 o'clock this week, so hopefully that doesn't, I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen, honestly. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. But what I'm doing now, again, like I said, I just made breakfast. So I have the carb conscious Kodiak cake mix along with like three, what are the other things called? 3 strips of bacon. So I have the Kodiak cake mix along with 3 strips of bacon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on Instagram real quick. Try to move my feet so they're not in the camera. I want to get busted for my feet. Oh, got it. Right, and I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna type Kodiak carb conscious. I might do that. Sometimes I gotta go back and look at the Kodiak cake boxes just to make sure I do the proper name. Because one time, like I think I almost put vegan mix, and it's not technically a vegan mix. It's called plant-based, and I hate to get the names wrong, but yeah, I did get this one right. Yeah, so it's a good mix, good macros. So lower in carbs, higher in fat, of course, but it's also a really good mix. Like Kodiak doesn't miss. They hit well. I'm not a big fan of their frozen waffles. That's a miss for me. However, National Waffle Day is coming up soon, so I may jump on with them and do something with their thick and fluffy waffles. I haven't had those. I don't know if the integrity of the mix is different in the thick and fluffy pancakes, but I know they're new. So I'll probably just jump on board and try those and kind of give you guys feedback on how I like those. I don't like the current frozen waffles. They're a little bit dry for me. But that's really it. I'm gonna work out today. You guys get to see that. Outside of that, nothing much else. But oh shit! So Mark on Instagram, Sir Marks a lot. So Mark is going to be in town this weekend. So he's out in Louisiana. We'll probably do a food video, a more like cinematic style, I guess you could say. So that's gonna be interesting. So I'm probably gonna put out a quick video tomorrow that you guys will see. It's something I've done before in the past, but I haven't put that video out yet. It's just basically how I top off my ice cream. Again, by the time you guys see this video, you've already seen that, so that really doesn't matter now. But I'm letting you guys know that the next video, so next week, will probably be a video of Mark and I creating my YouTube video for, I have no idea what I'm gonna make yet, and he's coming down in 2 days, so I gotta figure that shit out. But outside of that, you guys have a good one. I'll see you at the gym. All right, I know I said you'll see me next time before I get to the gym, but there was a few things that I forgot to show you guys. 2 of them came in today, and the other one from the last video is something I want you guys to see, and that is
those bowls.
So those bowls came in the same day I made the last video when I was feeding her, so you guys didn't get to see it. But also these came in, but due to the weather, probably won't be going outside doing any conditioning anytime soon, but I want to show you guys these. Give me a second. So I bought these maybe a week ago or so for a total of $60. So Nike was having a sale, and I've been wanting to do more conditioning outside. The gyms, the commercial gyms are still pretty close here. The ones that are open, I don't really know much about. So I'm probably gonna do more field work until the gyms open back up, which again, I have no idea when those commercial gyms opening up anytime soon, but this is gonna give me another outlet to train in a different manner. So for those of you who don't know, I did play college football. I was a walk-on, and I did walk on and earn a scholarship. So it kind of brings back some of those roots. A lot of us are athletes or have been athletes, so we tend to kind of fall back to some of the things that we know. So one of those was football for me. And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just gonna do more sprints, wind sprints, conditioning, hills, all of that, just to kind of work on those different muscle groups. And I really enjoy more so hills than anything. I don't really like wind sprints, but I'll do them. But I think it'll be great for conditioning purposes. But this time I'll see you guys at the gym. These are small. I went up a size. Yeah, actually this was a lot easier. But the right one's always a little tighter. The left one goes on a little easier. But I went up a size just for training purposes, and it's still kind of tight. Yeah, exactly. Last Monday, it took me 30 minutes to get this one on, but it was an extra small and I was over here talking. I was like, fine.
Operating the same, it's like an angel came to the safe. I'm the heavens above.
All right, good morning. It is now Wednesday, so it is my rest day, so I figured I can do some conditioning today. So I got my cleats in the back, and I'm gonna go look for some type of field or hill and find a way to do some type of conditioning in terms of like football drills, wind sprints, hills. We'll figure it out once we get there. I just need to see the terrain. I'm not really sure what's out here. I can find a park or something, but preferably I like to find a secluded area to where I can just train. So it'll be an interesting day. I haven't done drills in a couple of years, so we'll see how these things go. So I found this trail. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be sufficient for what I need, but I mean, worst comes to worst, I can just walk around, figure things out. But hopefully I can find something out here to use as my like source of conditioning. I see some hills, but I don't really know if I'm able to like go down there. I see some like little marks, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to stay on the trail or if I can merge off. We'll see. But it's funny because I actually still remember my first interaction with the coaches. So I remember my first interaction with talking to a recruiting coach. So after a certain period of time, I basically stopped looking at colleges for sports and just kind of focused more on the academic side of things. And then one of my football coaches was like, oh, hey, check out this school in North Carolina called Chuan University. It's a private institution. And I was like, all right, cool. So I remember I called up to the school, and this was like way past recruiting times. And I didn't know anything about recruiting and college football, anything like that in terms of recruiting. So I called up there like sometime second semester, asking for, you know, a potential walk-on spot. And I remember the coach answering the phone was like, no, bye. And that was it. So as you can see, it says keep off the slopes. I'm not gonna be that guy. So I'm just going to find another spot, hopefully somewhere soon. Might have to, I really don't know what I'm looking for. I know of one place where it's like a last resort, prefer not to, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and finish my football story. So I remember as soon as I got to the university and the first semester started, I remember just one day out of the week sometime, I walked up to the coach's office because everybody knew where the coach's office was. And I walked in and asked for the head coach. So they pointed me towards the back to where the coach was. And I walked in, shook his hand. I was like, hey, my name's JamaRR. I would love to, you know, try out for the team any way, shape, or form. You know, I just want to be a part of the process. And then I remember he just kind of took a look at me and was like, so back to my story. So he took a look at me and he was like, you know, we'll keep in touch, young man, but as of right now, you know, our roster's full. And I was like, all right, well, you know, I appreciate that. And I remember I also signed up for the coaches at the time had to all teach some type of fitness class. Don't know why. So all the football coaches taught a weight training course, and I remember taking the head coach's weight training course. So I was like, well, I'm still gonna like put myself out there and be a part of the process in one way. Like, I'm gonna put myself out there and just make sure that he sees me in a sense. So being in that weight training course was also like a factor and what happened the following semester. So once the year was over, spring semester comes around, but right before spring happens, one of the coaches that walked up to me in the calf and handed me a card and was like, hey, call coach tomorrow, which was the head coach at the time. And I was like, bet. So the next day I called the coach and I was like, hey, this is Jamar, you know, I was informed to call you. He goes, oh yeah. And, you know, we have a quick conversation. He goes, we want to, you know, try you out, you know, see how you do. I want to check out your performance. And if there's a spot for you on the team, you know, you can earn it. And I was like, I bet, yeah, what's up? Like, you know, when, you know, what do I need to do? He goes, all right, cool. You're going to be going in the spring process and you'll be walking on or an attempt to walk on. There's spring training, so you'll be going through the fitness routine. You'll be going through spring football with the team and everything like that. And then after that, we'll assess and see if, you know, we want to keep you on. So I was like, I bet. And he goes, where would you like to start? You can try out for running back or, you know, on outside safety. Those are spots we have available. And I was like, oh, cool, shit, running back. You know what I'm saying? All day. So I remember going to the running back meeting, and I mean, that room was filled with guys. And I honestly, like, a lot of people be like, oh yeah, you know, like I'm gonna stick with it and da-da-da, and that's good, you know, and I wanted to stick with being a running back. But in college, everybody's a fucking running back, like everyone. And it's like, oh yeah, well, who's gonna be the best? But like when you get into college sports, you realize like favoritism really plays a role more so than anything in terms of opportunity. Now, you do create your own opportunities by grinding things out and doing what you need to do. But I just knew in my case, my best option was to go defense if I wanted to play within the next year or two, as opposed to the next 2 to 3 years. I switched over to outside safety for the later portion of the spring football, and turns out to be the best decision I made, because after spring football, I earned a spot on the team that next year. After that next year, I earned a football scholarship. So I became a walk-on, then turned into a scholared athlete. So I say that to just kind of like give you guys a background, or give you guys some information about my football background. And like, it wasn't just I tried out for the team and, you know, and that was really my football career. It was like, no, I tried out, I walked on when there was not an opportunity there at the time. I walked on, did my thing, earned a scholarship, played the next couple of years on end, and I finished my career, my football career. It wasn't like a glorious highlighted football career. I was a good player, but outside of that, it wasn't anything amazing. You know, I didn't have aspirations to go to the NFL like a lot of athletes do who play football. That wasn't my main goal. My main focus was to get my degree, have fun playing football. So that was really the bread and butter of that. But just to give you guys some background information on that. So I hope that was very insightful. Alright, just in case this goes dead, because I didn't bring my extra battery and I didn't charge this one last night, but I'm doing a little bit of hills. You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but the grass is super high. It's hiding a lot of holes in the ground, so when I was running, I felt my foot go into one. Not that I hurt myself or anything, which is good, but essentially the risk of injury is super high. So I'm probably going to take it pretty light today and just kind of like really dig in and get up these hills. It's not super high of a hill, so that's one thing to consider. But so I'll probably do an increase in total reps of the hills as opposed to what I had planned to do, and then the running it's not going to happen on this terrain today. It's very unfortunate because I was really looking forward to getting out here and really busting my ass today. So we'll figure it out. Hey, what's up, everyone? So I appreciate you guys tuning in week to week. I've come to realize that these YouTube videos of me training is just an in-depth training vlog of what I do week to week. As you'll see on Instagram, you'll see most of my highlights, whereas in these YouTube videos, you'll see way more of me just training and going about my day-to-day. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, this week wasn't anything crazy or exciting. It was just, you know, my day-to-day, just the insight of what I do. I'm glad I'm able to open up a little bit more with you guys on here, just to kind of give you more of an insight. On this day, my deadlifts, they didn't really go as planned. There was nothing wrong. I just kind of lost position. So me losing position this far out from God knows when I'll do another meet, it's not a big concern of mine. It's more so I'm not going to fight for positioning when I don't need to. But other than that, man, I had a good week of training. I'm looking forward to this next week, and I'll catch you guys next time.